Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining our webinar today. I'm Mike Wharton, Global Head of Commercial Sales at Opsview, and I'll walk you through today's session alongside John, our product expert in monitoring solutions. Today we will explore the changing landscape for MSPs as we look towards 2025. The MSP market is evolving rapidly, and new challenges and opportunities are arising. Let's take a quick look at some of the key trends that are shaping your industry. First up is rapid market consolidation. As MSPs grow through acquisitions, they require the ability to rapidly onboard new customers with a highly scalable monitoring solution. Increasing complexity in hybrid environments, with clients adopting multi-cloud infrastructures alongside their existing on-premise systems. Rising cybersecurity demands to protect against the ever-evolving threats. And finally, AI and automation are becoming crucial for your business efficiency. Throughout today's session, we'll address these themes and challenges and show how Opsview helps MSPs adapt and thrive. Let's get started with our first theme. Over to John.
Thanks, Mike. So right now, there are a number of trends that are shaping the MSP industry, from rapid market consolidation to the rise of AI and automation. And these present some new opportunities, but they also present some very complex challenges. What I want to do is take a deep dive into some of these challenges and talk about how Opsview can not only provide solutions, but some opportunities as well. We'll talk a little bit about challenges with growth, resource management and efficiency, reporting, workload management, and then finally end with security and compliance. One of the most pressing challenges MSPs face right now is scaling, whether that be through organic growth or through acquisition. As we onboard new clients or merge with other organizations, maintaining a consistent high-level quality of service can really be a challenge. Opsview helps with this by offering unified hybrid monitoring, robust auto discovery, and then also the ability to scale with you no matter how large you grow. So let's actually take a look inside of Opsview and show you how we do this. Conveniently, both for users of Opsview and for me right now, the first thing we see when we log into Opsview is a view of our entire hybrid IT estate, where we can see everything that we're monitoring and the current status, from critical applications, network devices, servers, cloud services, even websites. Everything is right here in one place and one page. From here, we can also dig down into a device and even view detailed graphs, all without having to open up another tab or window. Now, if I go back in time to when I was a systems engineer, I know all I would be thinking right now is that this is great. But getting everything that we want to monitor into Opsview has to be a real chore. Luckily, Opsview makes that simple. For your on-prem devices like servers and network devices, we can do a network scan to find and to monitor them, but we don't stop with just pinging them and then letting you sort it out. We will see what common services are running and add appropriate checks for them. For your network devices, we'll detect the interfaces and add them into monitoring along with other critical metrics. For your servers, we'll detect the OS and apply a pre-configured template of appropriate checks. This is a powerful tool, but we don't stop there. We can also do a scan of your Windows environment where we'll detect and add hosts and applicable checks. Or with some ESXi or vCenter credentials, we can pull all of your VMs, hosts, guests, and again, apply the relevant checks to ensure that your virtualized environment is healthy. And we didn't leave out cloud either. With our Azure Auto Monitor, we'll find your services and apply the checks that you need for each of them, whether it's DNS checks for your DNS servers, standard service checks for your VMs, or database health checks for your Azure SQL instances. Now that we know that Opsview has the power to start monitoring large numbers of devices, servers, and services within minutes, the question is, can Opsview handle it? Well, thanks to our collector architecture, Opsview can scale up or down to just the right size that your business requires. Whether you're responsible for monitoring a single location, or you need monitoring eyes in data centers or customer sites around the world, Opsview can handle it. Let's talk a little bit about challenges with reporting. Telling our clients how we're doing can also create some challenges. Reports are often time consuming to compile or to generate. The data may not be reliable, or it may not even be current. And all of this can make it difficult to show our customers that we're actually valuable to their business. Opsview can help by providing comprehensive SLA monitoring. We offer some options for real time visibility to your clients through business service monitoring and then also customizable dashboards. So let's go take one more look into Opsview to see how these work. Start with business service monitoring. This unified view that we get with the navigator where we can see everything, it's critical and is a great feature of Opsview. But what it doesn't tell us is how all of these components work together. For that, we have business service monitoring. And what this allows us to do is to arrange what we're monitoring into groups that make sense for our business. We can see a few examples here, like APIs, some business departments, even entire companies, which can be especially useful to MSPs. But let's go ahead and dig into one of these. Let's use an example of a student platform for a university or a school district and say that we provide MSP services to them. So we can see that the student platform consists of a number of very different components. We have some cloud-based DNS services, some databases, network devices, along with monitoring some third-party um, services that are important to our student platform, like Exchange and Office 365, OneDrive, and SharePoint. And just this view is valuable, but BSM provides some other benefits as well. One comes in the form of targeted alerting and notifications. So if we take a look at these databases, for example, and say that they're redundant, if one of these goes down, our BSM knows that the entire platform is still operational. So in this case of one of these being down, we probably want to send out an alert to the on-call to take a look, but we're not too worried about it right now. But if both of them go down, now our students can't access the system and we have a broader problem. In this case, we may want to notify the larger technical team to triage the situation and maybe even let the appropriate people know so that they can send out communications. This targeted situational alerting it really helps make sure that you have the right people working on the right things at the right time. And while we're on the topic of notifications, Opsview doesn't just limit you to email. With Opsview, if you utilize an on-call management system like PagerDuty, we can work with that. We can send notifications through your preferred SMS provider or do push notifications on your phones. Notifications through Slack or Teams is also as simple as providing the appropriate webhook URL. And we not only excel at these one-way methods of notifications, we also have full integrations with your ticketing solutions like Jira or ServiceNow, where we can open tickets, we can update tickets, we can resolve them, and even close them based upon events that occur within Opsview. But let's talk about another way that we can reduce the number of alerts that we're getting. And for those that work with monitoring solutions, we know that setting alerting thresholds for certain metrics to just the right levels to keep normal activity from alerting and abnormal activity from being ignored is more of an art than a science. Opsview has made this a science by dynamically setting appropriate thresholds for you based upon past data. I'm in our dashboards right now, which we'll dig into a little bit more later, but this one is a great example to show this. On the left graph, we're looking at a month's worth of CPU activity with static thresholds set. As the server runs its daily jobs, we can see completely normal spikes and lulls, but trying to manually set thresholds for this is a nightmare. We have to try to decide how high is too high and how low is too low. And the alerts down here below it illustrate that. On the right, we can see the same activity, but without all of the warning alerts. And that's because we're running dynamic thresholds, where Opsview looks at historical metric data and will set thresholds appropriately based upon the typical operations of this specific metric on this specific server. And finally, by analyzing past data, we can not only help to reduce alerting noise in the present, but can help with predicting future issues long before they occur. This is an example of our capacity reporting, where we can track long-term trends and tell you when you may expect an issue so that it can be dealt with long before an alert occurs inside of Opsview. In this case, we can see some memory and CPU forecasting where we can spot any increasing trends, and then, if applicable, we'll provide a time frame for when they are expected to actually become a problem. In some cases, even years in advance. Let's talk a little bit about challenges with reporting. Telling our clients how we're doing can also create some challenges. Reports are often time-consuming to compile or to generate. The data may not be reliable, or it may not even be current. And all of this can make it difficult to show our customers that we're actually valuable to their business. Opsview can help by providing comprehensive SLA monitoring. We offer some options for real-time visibility to your clients through business service monitoring, and then also customizable dashboards. So let's go take one more look into Opsview to see how these work. Go back and take a look at our business service monitoring. Another great benefit of these is when it comes to reporting. We can run detailed SLA reports based upon these BSMs. Going back to these databases, if all month long, the only problem we had was that one of these redundant databases was on the fritz and going up and down, we could still run one of our built-in SLA reports for the month on the student platform BSM and show accurately that we were doing our job and that the platform was actually up 100% of the time. If we take a look at reporting, we'll be able to see a wide range of configurable reports. But let's take a look at the first one and build one out for our student platform BSM. We start out by simply choosing what we want to monitor on, set a historical range, set our service level. We can adjust time periods. We can white label it with our own logo and generate the report. After it's run, we end up with a report that looks like this, where we can see an overview of each BSM component for the time period, and then whether or not we hit our SLA. We can also see details on each event or each outage event that led to our SLA numbers. BSMs are also a really great addition to our dashboards to combine an overall view alongside critical detailed metrics. In this example, we have a nice all-green student platform BSM alongside graphs of our CPU and our memory to help us spot trends. We can also see a history of events and then also some gauges for important metrics. And these dashboards are simple to create and configure, They consist of drag and drop dashlets that we can then configure to show exactly what is important for us. A couple of very useful features with our dashboarding is the ability to import your own images and drop specific services, devices, or groups right on top of it, and even pre-built dashboards for your network flow data. Dashboards, they are shareable, they're clonable, and they allow anybody viewing them, whether it's internally or a customer, to see what they need to see and know that either everything is great or to pinpoint exactly what needs attention. As client demand grows, managing workloads manually becomes unsustainable and automation becomes essential. By not using automation, we can face bottlenecks in ticket resolutions or other processes. Distributing workloads can become difficult, and consistency in taking care of our clients in a timely manner can be affected. At Opsview, we can help by both enabling automated tasks or seamlessly integrating with your existing workflows. With a robust API, we can automate the adding, modifying, or removing of monitoring objects, and things like scheduling downtime with automation becomes an absolute breeze. Also, relevant data points can be pulled in a friendly format to accommodate any reporting or deep dive analysis you may need them for. The AI and machine learning capabilities we discussed can help with intelligently setting up alerting thresholds on a service by service level or taking care of trend analysis to help you spot future issues. Opsview's broad technology support can also make sure that whatever device or service a client throws at you, you can monitor it confidently. If one of the thousands of pre-built plugins, checks, and templates isn't a fit, many checks can be built right from the UI, and those that can't use a simple, standardized syntax that you can write in the language of your choosing. Finally, security and compliance remain top concerns for MSPs, especially as clients across industries demand more and more robust security measures. And these demands are completely valid. Every company is worried about keeping on top of constantly evolving cybersecurity threats or making sure that they don't catch fines for non-compliance with regulations. This is especially difficult for MSPs since they're trying to juggle keeping up to date across diverse environments and industries. You can rest assured, though, that Opsview is doing our part. Our platform is ISO 27001 compliant to ensure compliance across the world. We also maintain safe coding practices and employ independent third parties to ensure our software remains secure. With that, I will pass it back to you, Mike.
Now let's look at some real-world success stories of MSPs using Opsview to scale their operations effectively. Avania, one of Northern Europe's largest MSPs, has expanded rapidly with 8 acquisitions in the last 3 years. With operations over Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland, Iceland, and the UK, they serve a diverse client base, including telecoms, healthcare, finance, and government. Avania's rapid growth meant they needed a solution to manage thousands of new hosts while maintaining 24/7 monitoring and ensuring SLA compliance. The challenge? Delivering consistent IT performance across a growing multi-industry client base. Opsview provides 24/7 monitoring across all their client infrastructures, ensuring IT incidents are identified and resolved before impacting customers. 80% of their issues are now resolved directly by the monitoring team alone, and Opsview ensures they deliver fast and efficient support to their customers. Its scalable architecture allows Avania to seamlessly add thousands of new hosts after acquisitions, and with built-in automation and integration, it significantly streamlines operations and reporting. So as a result, Avania achieved 99.9% uptime, growing from 500 to 40,000 monitored hosts in just 6 years. Their team efficiency improved significantly, driving better margins and safeguarding SLAs. This is how Opsview enables MSPs like Avania to scale rapidly and efficiently, delivering top-tier service while staying ahead of operational challenges. The second example is CloudWave. CloudWave provides fully managed disaster recovery, archiving, backup, and security management services to over 300 healthcare organizations across 6 countries. Their cloud service supports HIPAA-compliant infrastructure for electronic health records and critical healthcare data. Given that CloudWave services directly impact patient care, they needed high uptime and secure data management. Their previous solution, CA NIMSOFT, just couldn't keep up, facing issues with slow updates, missed incidents, and a variety of security concerns. Opsview delivered secure 24/7 monitoring covering a wide range of technologies, with our ops packs and customizable options. Our business service monitoring provides executive-level visibility, while integration with ticketing systems enables rapid issue resolution. So as a result, CloudWave achieved robust system stability and improved performance, ensuring SLA compliance and revenue protection. Over 3 years, they've scaled from 8,000 to 13,000 monitored hosts, running millions of checks per hour. This is another great example of how Opsview helps healthcare-focused MSPs like CloudWave maintain high performance, protect sensitive data, and scale their operations efficiently. These are just 2 examples of the success stories that Opsview has delivering tangible benefits to MSPs while maintaining their service quality.
Thanks, Mike. Right now, we'd like to open the floor to some questions, whether they be technical or commercial. Feel free to ask about anything that we've covered or that we haven't yet touched on in detail. I'll go ahead and handle the more technical questions, and Mike can cover any commercial topics. It looks like the first couple are mine. First one, how does Opsview support multi-tenant environments while ensuring data separation and security? Well, first off, Opsview has very granular role-based access control. No matter what you want somebody to be able to see or not see, modify or not modify, it's possible with Opsview. A nice feature is that this carries right over to all of the views that we took a look at, from the overall navigator view to dashboards to business service monitoring. You can be confident that any user has access to everything that they need and zero visibility to anything that they don't. And the next question, can Opsview integrate with DevOps workflows, and what are the benefits to MSPs? First off, the answer is absolutely. We utilize DevOps tools ourselves with the development and deployment of Opsview. We touched on the APIs, which again, we use extensively in our own automation, and the benefits to MSPs are countless. If you already have deployment or maintenance playbooks for your customers, by just adding an additional step with an API call, you could bulk add devices, schedule downtime, or even modify alerting. And then looks like one for you, Mike.
How does Opsview help MSPs manage and optimize cloud costs across multi-cloud environments? Opsview Enterprise includes our cloud capacity reporting functionality, and that tracks all your cloud and server usage, and then recommends optimization changes. And that will save you money and improve your efficiency.
What level of customization does Opsview offer for dashboards and reports, and how can MSPs tailor them to specific client needs? Well, first off, we didn't get too deep into reporting other than the SLA reports, but we do have a wide range of white label reports that we can share with customers, along with a ton of reports that can be useful for internal use to help spot trends on both a customer by customer basis or your entire organization. Also, MSPs like to give some monitoring visibility to their clients, and our dashboards can be built to show customers only what they need to know. Maybe we want them to be able to see at a high level how their systems are doing and not inundate them with every single time the CPU gets high on the server. Whatever you want to share with your clients or want them to see can be completely configured within Opsview.
How does Opsview's licensing model support scaling MSP operations? Well, Opsview is charged on a per host basis. We agree with you a minimum host level, and then any usage above this base level is tracked daily and charged quarterly in arrears. This means you can scale your monitoring costs alongside your customer base and revenue as they grow, and this gives you full flexibility and control.
And those are all of the questions that we have time for today. I will pass it back to you, Mike.
Thank you again for joining us today. We hope you found this session valuable and now have a clear understanding of how Opsview can help your MSP scale, manage complexity, and enhance your operational efficiency. If you'd like to explore further or request a personalized demo, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Have a great day.